Okay, I'm back. So, OBS lied to me. Told me that I was still live. It even let me end my stream like usual, but I was not in fact live. Because I don't have it open or anything to check. I'm gonna send out the chat signal. Normally I don't. But I already beat the game. I didn't know I wasn't live. Like I said, I had OBS on, it said I was streaming, everything was fine, it didn't say disconnected, dropped frames. The only thing I see. There you go. Where are we? Oh, fantastic. I have mouse and keyboard. Okay, so apparently all of those times I looked at the knife fucked me over. I didn't know, but I got the bad ending. I didn't know inspecting items mattered. Ooh. Alright, we're going back to mouse or to controller, just because Ow. Though I was healing the right way. I didn't know I was doing the good ending heals, but apparently if you don't heal all the time, like you just wait. I just looked it up because I thought I beat the game. I thought I was done with it, so I was like looking shit up and I was like, oh cool. But I did get one of the bad endings. It's the one it's one of the only endings you can get right now on your first playthrough. When you get New Game Plus, there's like 8 endings. So I screwed myself, like I said, inspecting the knife. But that's really cool that inspecting items throughout the game affect your playthrough. Apparently what it's supposed to suggest and why there's like a sting in the music, I didn't realize. I was like, why is the music all dramatic every time I look at the knife? But it's actually supposed to do that because it's James in the story is contemplating hurting himself, which again follows. That's why I thought that's his emotions throughout the game. It's because that's the playthrough I was doing and I didn't realize it. This game is really fucking, like, the acting is amazing. I will say that. Can't believe how just like subtle the actors can be because of like the face scanning and stuff. Like Angela and James did fucking amazing. And Maria, not really Mary, you don't see her too much, except in demon mode right now. But okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I kind of strangely like the bad ending because thematically kind of works with the thing that I was guessing, but it just means that like they did really well at hinting which ending you're going to get. Now that I know that there are so many endings and how to get them. It was like just looking it up and then I realized in Discord it said that I ended stream or someone said it and I was like, okay, what the fuck? So this is one of the bad endings. Again, there's like 8 endings and only 3 are available right now.
I miss
So
you so much.
one of the worst endings we can get right now. But some of the endings I mentioned are New Game Plus endings.
I really did, but I can't.
I didn't realize Silent Hill was like one of the first games to have New Game Plus. That wasn't like a JRPG.
Can't go on without you. I can't forgive myself for what I've done.
So this kind of
I know this isn't what you would want.
supports my theory, like I said, of everyone being suicidal,
Anymore.
as per the warning at the beginning of the game. But this is one of the endings.
You're
It's not.
Are you?
I don't even think it's the canon ending. I don't know which one would be. I think it's the leave ending, but you have to do like a bunch of different. The guides didn't even say they knew. They just based it off of the 2001 guide, and they even said that. They're like, well, in the original, this is what you have to do, but we aren't sure in the remake. So, I don't think many people have gotten that ending yet. What's in the back seat? Looks like a map. That's the map you took to Silent Hill. Maybe it's not showing up too clear on OBS. But like, so what this made me think is back like just a couple of minutes before I ended the previous stream today, I said that James did this at the beginning of the game. And this is literally cutting back to the beginning of the game area.
In my restless dreams, I see that town.
So,
Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday,
this is so sad.
but you never did.
Again, this happens time and time again where like someone gets sick and then their partner leaves them.
Special place, waiting for you to come and see me.
But it's hinted
You never
or
did.
just pretty much told that like Mary
So, I wait.
like pushed James
wrapped
away
in
and stuff.
a moon of pain and loneliness.
Also, what's up, Remy?
I know. I've done a terrible thing to you.
That. It's like we don't know what she did, but it's the whole justification thing. Does it justify him killing her? That's fucked up.
And ugly laying here. Every day I stare up at the crack.
But you don't know what she
All I
did,
can think about is how unfair.
so it's just you're left to wonder. Could there have been anything that justified her death? Which I don't think. That's
You
crazy.
came today. Told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I
Unless she
was
like
tired.
killed his parents. And dog. And still, I wouldn't. I could. She's like sick and dying in bed already. It's like, all right,
I'm
well.
glad to be coming home.
No, nothing justifies James killing her. Exactly, that's what I mean. It'd have to be like some fucking Dio evil shit. And she doesn't seem like that. She, like,
I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home.
see, that's kind of.
Every time you come to see me, I can tell how hard it is on you.
And that
I don't
line,
know if you hate me or pity me.
that it's hard on James,
Maybe I just
it really
disgust you.
depends on your playthrough. I was getting these vibes because of looking at the knife over and over again, but I thought
I couldn't
at
accept.
some point I was gonna use it.
I was so angry. I struck out at everyone I loved,
See?
especially you.
So she's admitting fault multiple times
That's
throughout
why
this
I'm
letter.
offended if you hate me.
And then there you go. I understand if you hate me, but that's still, like I said, it.
Love you.
And then the way she says that,
Even
it's
though
messed
our
up.
life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world.
You also looked at her photo a lot, like at the end in the hotel,
This letter has
which
gone home too
contributed,
long.
which contributes to this
So,
ending.
I'll say goodbye.
Ah, see, someone told me that it
I
was
told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone.
it was
Means
the
that
good
is-
ending. Actually, the good ending is looking at her photo. I was just watching. I
It's okay.
pulled up a guide after I thought I beat the game, and then I checked Discord, and then you guys said that I didn't
Just
beat.
the pain will
I was like, it
end soon,
ended, so I was like, oh fuck.
so that
I just
you
should
won't
reload a
regret
save.
what it was. and not what the disease made me.
Essentially, what happened was I walked up a staircase into
I
that
want you
room.
to go
There
on.
wasn't really anything that happened.
I want you to live
Except Mary
for
turned
yourself
into Maria, and Silent
and
Hill
others, like you did for me.
pretty much confirmed that she was never here.
James,
She's like, I could be Mary, I could be Maria, I could be whatever you want, like Mystique. But yeah, right there. You're saying... But I also, before the it ended on the previous stream, or what I thought, but being sentimental towards Mary and not caring about Maria gives you this ending. When someone told you to look at the photo, I thought of warning you, but I didn't want to spoil you. Yeah, and you know what? I didn't really know. It kind of shows that, like, I was like, oh, cool, I'll try that. Like, I wasn't, like, following a guide. Obviously, I ran around in circles for, like, an hour. But... I kind of got trolled then, you know, like someone told me I could get the good ending by doing something that gets me to the bad ending, because I was specifically like avoiding Maria, but there's an ending where you avoid Maria and you leave with Laura, and that's what people consider the good ending. Here, we actually know now, because I ended stream too early before, that look, it gives you the stats. There are 8 endings. Also, look at how many times I checked the fucking map. I just kept pulling it up. Consumables picked up. But yeah, there's a lot. Total enemies killed by shooting, enemies killed by fighting. Whoa. I piped a lot of people down. Total damage received, a lot. Number of dodges, healing a lot also. Yeah, I don't know all the endings in the remake. I don't know if I'll ever play it again. Yeah, honestly, it is so depressing. I don't think I'll ever play it again. But it was good. Like, I'm not gonna say that it was depressing and that made it bad. It was depressing, but that made it good. Because it wasn't like a cheery game. It's that kind of like phantom pain thing. Like, I know this is gonna last with me for a long time. In my opinion, the improvement, the remakes aren't worth what it sacrifices. Original, like, the original I play like every year. Like I said, I kind of like this version, but I didn't play the original. I watched it being played while I was a kid, so I'm like traumatized by the original. But I was too young to understand any of the themes, you know. But now, like experiencing the game, I'm like, oh my god, this game would completely traumatize me if I watched it get beaten. But damn. They did really good in terms of like doing what the original tried to do in terms of like push graphic limitations by using the fog and limiting the field of view and render distance to increase the close-up quality. Like, everything was beautiful and I was running on low. And it's actually, my computer wasn't as hot with this game as the last, well, not Half-Life, but the previous game before that I played. So, it is pretty surprising how, like, they did graphical improvements and, like, what they were pushing for with Konami, like, I see it. I see the vision with this game. You're trying to make games be taken more seriously as, like, an art, as a medium, as just an art piece. It's, like, it's great. It wasn't like a Marvel movie, right, where you go in and you feel like, oh, dude, I'm a superhero. Like, I went in, I beat up all the bad guys, and now I'm fucking sad. But I appreciate what the story and parallels the games were trying to tell with that. But goddamn, that was intense. Alright, guys. That was it. I had to come back to end it because I didn't feel right with YouTube cutting off the stream early. OBS said it was fine. I have it open on my phone. It says it's alive now, but yeah. Look up the Angela staircase scene in the original, by the way, for sure. I might watch like a playthrough of the original or something. I think it's a downgrade in the remake. The fire, it looked a little rushed. I feel like it suffers from the same thing a lot of games suffer from, which is the ending not being as polished as the beginning. The way that they were like taking away hallways and puzzles were being introduced in the beginning of the game, I was like, holy fuck, like it's driving me crazy because it was actually like making me doubt myself. I was like, wasn't there just a hallway right here? Wasn't there just a door right here? Like I was going crazy in real time on stream, which I liked what it was doing. It was like, look how amazing games can just fuck with the world. It made it feel like a Psycho Mantis boss almost. But then like in the later, when it tried to do the non-Euclidean space, it probably tried to make it more like the original, but it was like, you should have done something, like you said, to improve upon the original in the last little bit. But I liked it. I think it was great, honestly. I recommend the game. I recommend it with an asterisk of be in the right mental space and have like a support group. But yeah, game is great. It's Euclidean, by the way. Euclidean, yeah. I say Euclidean because I'm dumb. But or sometimes I pronounce it right. Whenever I'm talking about the back rooms for some reason, but every other time I pronounce it wrong. Anywho, I do think how they were warping space, right? And like, you would come out of hell in the same room and it would just be a more warped version of that room. I like that a lot. Like stuff that I don't know if it was in the original or not though. The stuff that they did in this game, it looked great. I was like, holy shit. And then it like took me a second. I was like, oh, that's exactly what the game designers like wanted me to experience. Holy crap, that was super cool. But it wasn't like I could guess what the game designers were intending to do in the next room, which was also, normally I'm like, oh, I already know what's coming up. I already know the puzzles and stuff. But like I didn't know a puzzle until I got there, and some of the puzzles, like two puzzles had me walking around in circles. The second one in hell with the lock boxes, I thought I soft locked myself because it just deleted a portion of the map, and I was like, was there something important back there? I couldn't check. And then when I did search up a guide, they had a wrong picture. When they were talking about one room, they had a different room circled on the picture for that portion. So I went to that room and it was locked, of course, and I was like, well, I'm fucked. So I kind of blame Kotaku making shitty guides, and it was like Eurogamer and Kotaku. But the game's like brand new, so making a guide for it, I understand, is a little difficult. But that one was just like a basic error. Like you're talking about one thing, but you have a different thing circled. Of course, people are gonna get confused. And then the hotel, I literally searched every room twice. I just missed one key on the couch, unmarked, and when I circled back there, I got attacked. So it means I probably missed it the first time entirely, which means I just wasn't close enough to see the key interaction when I passed by it. So it's on me, but it ended up resulting in me circling the whole fucking map. That's when they should have taken away portions of the map so that I can't look away. They did partially, but like they should have taken away a whole floor from me. Yeah, you're bound to get stuck sooner or later. Yeah, as is the nature of these games, like with puzzles and stuff, of course you're going to be confused. Like, yeah, they're trying to confuse you. It's a fucking puzzle. So that means they did their job. If I walked through every puzzle, I'd have been like, they needed to up the puzzle game. So I would have had a criticism about the puzzles if I didn't get challenged by them. I just was stupid and refused to look up a guide because I felt like, well, in the next room, surely that's where the answer is going to be. For the whole exploration. So thank you for the tips on that. The community, again, like with the Dark Souls playthrough, I said it feels like it's a community playthrough because I get answers from you guys in the comments and I'm like, oh, that's what I should do. Or I get tips and tricks that I incorporate or make my own version of. So we all like work together to get through the game. It is great. I do appreciate everyone being here. Speaking of which, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. We beat the game. We're just sitting here yapping now. Next game is going to be Dark Souls, but I want to take a couple days off to like design a game, potentially. I've been making assets for fun and just practicing and stuff because I had like the idea of a game written out, and now I'm like, well, if I take this and flesh it out, I could like design a game, which would be nice. We beat Dark Souls 3 without leveling. Yeah, we beat Dark Souls 3 without leveling. Exactly. And now we will beat Dark Souls 1 without leveling, because that won the community vote. Alright. We'll see you guys.